Hi, I'm Mia from Art in Bulk, and if you've ever hung artwork that looks like it's trying to escape to the ceiling, this video is for you. I see this mistake in almost every home I visit. You've got a beautiful couch, you pick out the perfect piece of art, and then you hang it way up there on the wall like it's floating in space. It looks completely disconnected from everything else in your room, and you can't figure out why it feels so off. And here's the thing. You're probably following those standard rules we've all heard about. The 57-inch rule, the 2/3 rule, hang it at eye level. These are solid guidelines, and I've covered them in previous videos because they absolutely have their place. But if you've ever followed those rules and still ended up with art that looks like it's floating, you know something's missing. So why do all these traditional rules fail so miserably? Because they treat your art and your furniture like they're completely separate elements that just happen to exist in the same room. The 57-inch rule tells you to measure from the floor to the center of your art, but it completely ignores what's actually below that art. So why do these traditional rules sometimes fall short? Because they treat your art and your furniture like they're completely separate elements that just happen to exist in the same room. The 57-inch rule works perfectly when there's no furniture below your art, like in a hallway or entryway. But when you've got a couch or console table underneath, measuring from the floor completely ignores what's actually below that art. But today, I'm going to give you the one rule that fixes everything instantly. It's called the Cohesion Rule, and it's going to change how you think about hanging art forever. Instead of treating your art and your furniture as separate pieces, you're going to learn to make them work as one visual unit. This creates what I call the floating art problem. When there's too much gap between your furniture and your art, your eye sees them as two competing elements instead of one cohesive design. It's like having a head floating above a body with no neck connecting them. The Cohesion Rule fixes this by treating your art and the furniture below it as one single visual unit. Your sofa and the art above it should look like they belong together, like they were designed as a set. Your console table and the artwork above it should feel connected, not like random pieces that accidentally ended up on the same wall. Here's the psychology behind why this works so well. Your eye naturally wants to group related elements together. When you see a couch with art hanging way too high above it, your brain has to work harder to connect those two pieces. But when that art is positioned correctly, your eye immediately sees them as one unified design element. You wouldn't put a lamp on a side table and then hang the lampshade 3 feet above it. That would look ridiculous, because you understand that the base and the shade need to work together. The same principle applies to your art and furniture. When you get the cohesion right, everything in your room starts to feel more intentional and pulled together. It doesn't matter if you're working with a tiny apartment or a huge living room. If your style is modern or traditional, this rule works in any space because it's based on how our eyes actually process visual information. I see people struggle with this over and over again because they're applying the right rules in the wrong situations. They'll measure 57 inches from the floor when there's a couch below, and the art ends up way too high, looking like it's trying to escape to the ceiling. Or they'll use the 2/3 rule for sizing, but completely ignore how that art relates to the furniture below it. You end up with art that's the perfect size, but positioned like it has nothing to do with what's underneath it. The Cohesion Rule eliminates all of this confusion because it gives you one clear framework that addresses both the vertical and horizontal relationships at the same time. You're not juggling multiple measurements and hoping they work together. You're thinking about the art and furniture as partners that need to complement each other. And here's what I love about this approach. It actually makes decorating easier, not harder. Instead of memorizing a bunch of different rules and trying to figure out which one applies to your situation, you just ask yourself one simple question: do these two elements look like they belong together? When you step back and look at your wall, you should see one cohesive unit, not a piece of furniture with some random art somewhere above it. That's the difference between a room that looks professionally designed and one that looks like you just hung things wherever they fit. Now let's get into the actual measurements that make this Cohesion Rule work. There are just 2 numbers you need to remember, and they're going to solve your art placement problems forever. First up is vertical cohesion. Your art should hang between 4 and 8 inches above the top of your furniture. That's it. Not 12 inches, not 2 feet, not wherever the 57-inch rule tells you to put it. 4 to 8 inches maximum. I know this might feel low if you're used to hanging art higher, but trust me on this. When you drop that art down into the 4 to 8 inch sweet spot, you'll immediately see how much more connected and intentional everything looks. Here's how to measure it correctly. You're measuring from the very top of your furniture, so if it's a couch, measure from the top of the back cushions, not the seat. If it's a console table, measure from the surface of the table. Then go up 4 to 8 inches, and that's where the bottom of your art should sit. Now for horizontal cohesion, and this is where sizing gets really important. Your art needs to be 2/3 to 3/4 the width of the furniture below it. So if your couch is 9 feet wide, your art should be somewhere between 6 and 7 feet wide. This is where I see people make huge mistakes. They'll get a tiny piece of art for a massive sectional, and it looks like a postage stamp floating on the wall. Or they'll go too big and hang something that's wider than their furniture, which throws off the whole balance. If you're working with a gallery wall, measure the total width of the entire grouping, not individual pieces. So if you have 5 frames that together span 6 feet, that 6-foot measurement is what needs to be 2/3 to 3/4 of your furniture width. Let me give you some quick examples. Standard 3-seat couch is usually around 7 to 8 feet wide. Your art should be about 5 to 6 feet wide. A console table that's 4 feet wide needs art that's roughly 3 feet wide. King-size bed is about 6.5 feet wide, so you want art that's 4 to 5 feet wide. For gallery walls, keep your individual pieces spaced about 2 to 4 inches apart. Any wider, and they start reading as separate elements instead of one cohesive grouping. Any closer, and they feel cramped. Here's a pro tip that'll save you from making expensive mistakes. Before you hang anything permanently, cut out paper templates or use painter's tape to mark where your art will go. Step back and look at it from different angles. Does it feel like one unit with your furniture? Or does something look off? And if your current art doesn't fit these proportions, you've got options. You can add a second piece to create a pair, build out a gallery wall to get the right total width, or yes, sometimes you need to find art that actually fits your space properly. The key is being honest about what works. If you have to squint and convince yourself it looks good, it probably doesn't. When you get the cohesion right, it's obvious immediately. So remember, stop treating your art and furniture like strangers. Use the 4 to 8 inch vertical rule and the 2/3 horizontal rule to create that visual connection. If you want to see how this applies to gallery walls specifically, check out my video on gallery wall mistakes next.